What's going on YouTube? It's Ben Nader. Thank you guys so much for checking out my channel. The channel where we talk about entrepreneurship, recruiting, staffing, starting a business, everything in between pretty much. So if you like that kind of stuff, smash the subscribe button. If you don't, then whatever, but hit the like button either way because you're here anyways. So today I want to talk about the top 5 reasons I got into recruiting. So I thought it'd be beneficial maybe for those of you who are kind of on the fence or wanted to get started in this industry, or you're thinking about it or you don't know much about it, or maybe you're already in it and you just need a reminder of why it's so cool. So let's talk about 5 reasons why I got into recruiting. Number 1, it's virtual. So the number 1 reason pretty much that recruiting is so cool is everything is virtual. I don't need to shake hands with people. I don't need to go to an office. I can do literally anything that I need to do from my laptop. I can literally talk to anybody on the phone and just make deals that way. So I can travel. I can basically just do things from my home office. And it's just super awesome being virtual like that because let's be real. If you're tied down into an office and you work for an agency that has you like doing a 9 to 5, like, and you're stuck in a place, you can't have your own travel schedule. You can't like go do errands when you want. You can't take long weekends. You can't set things up the way you want. If I do my business the way I'm doing it, I can take phone calls or emails, but also do other things at the same time. So the virtual aspect of it is huge for me. The second reason that I think it's super cool is that I'm a people person. So there are people in this world who like to not talk to anybody else. They want to do their own thing. They want to keep blinders on and not have to talk to anybody. I'm a people person. I enjoy talking to people. I know how to read people. I find it interesting talking to new people that I don't know, that know things about stuff that I don't know, and I like to learn from other people. So all around, I'm just a people person, I would say. And with that in mind, I'm constantly dealing with people, whether it be on the client side or even more so on the candidate side, and interviewing people and things like that. And so reading people and the psychology of the whole thing, just being a people person makes it a more attractive business to be in because it kind of falls right in line with your own nature, which is super cool. So that works out, and it's the second reason why I like recruiting. The third reason is that recruiting has a low barrier of entry as far as being a business for somebody. So this might come with a grain of salt to some of you. Some of you might debate this, but I will tell you there's a low barrier of entry to get into the recruiting business, okay? I've explained in a few different other videos on what you'd all need to actually start your own recruiting agency, and it's pretty much just a cool website, a professional business email, setting up your LinkedIn properly, and basically an LLC, and you can pretty much start recruiting from that point forward and get clients. So as far as that goes, that's what is considered a very low barrier of entry into the business world. It's not starting up a brick and mortar where you need a 30-year lease on a, strip mall lease space. You don't need to invest like $100,000 into Forex or something to start getting returns. You don't need to learn a ton of brand new stuff or invest into something really big like a franchise or whatever. This is a very like solo spirited business, and it only takes a few little items to get going. And so for that reason, it has a low barrier of entry, and that's why I really enjoyed recruiting. And one of the reasons that I got really hyped about it is because I realized that it's just as much as I put into it. That's how good it gets. So as much as I put into it, that's how far I'm going to scale. So the better I make my website, the bigger my network becomes. All of those things that I personally do are going to be making my business better. So low barrier of entry, and I'm in control of all aspects of it, which is huge for me. So the fourth element of why I got into recruiting is that it's highly lucrative. So I don't want to do anything that doesn't make a ton of money. That's not my style. I'm not really going into something that has a cap on it, something that's like, oh, you can't get past this level right here. If I wanted to do that, I would just go work at an office where I might get a raise every couple of months or years or whatever, and hopefully I'll hit 6 figures and 9 to 5 and have to work extra and kiss somebody's butt and do this and that. Recruiting is highly lucrative. So my first deal was like a $4,000 deal. My second deal was a $37,000 deal. It's highly lucrative. Okay. So, I just came by clients that came into my network, started working with them, got connected, figured things out, got client after client after client, and I was able to do over 6 figures in my first 6 months. And so that's what kind of got me hooked forever, just in recruiting. And so it's highly lucrative, and for that reason, I absolutely love it. So that's number 4 on the list for sure. And the last but not least, the element of why I love the recruiting business and why I got into it is because it's benevolent. It's helpful to both parties on either side. It's helpful to everyone you're working with. So your clients are companies and businesses that need assistance. They need employees. They need human resources that can do the tasks of their business and further and scale their company. The candidates are people who need work. They need to work for money and feed their families and earn a living, and they want to do what they love. And so you put them in a position to get a job at a place, and they're happy. So you're making 2 parties happy. You're bringing 2 people together. You're essentially playing matchmaker, and it's all for the better. There's nothing wrong with the equation. So at the end of the day, it's highly lucrative because you make fees when you place someone, but that's just the nature of the business, and that's just what comes with it because you did a lot of work to make that happen. But at the end of the day, you have benefited 2 parties in a great way. One, by bringing them the capacity they need as a company. The other, by bringing that person the position and job that they needed as a person, as a human being. So it's benevolent. So those are the top 5 reasons why I got into recruiting. That's it. Those are them right there. And there's probably a ton more that I can think of, and a ton of reasons why I'm staying in recruiting and why I think recruiting is just awesome. But I just wanted to give you guys kind of a lighthearted video today on Sunday, Mother's Day, just the top 5 reasons of why I got into recruiting. So I'll catch you on Monday. Take care.